Marry me, everyone. I'm doing the 4-element reading for winter 2015-2016 for the Earth signs right now. This is the same type of reading that I did for summer and autumn as well. So if you're one of those people who like to read horoscopes after the fact, or listen to tarot readings after the fact to see how accurate they were for you, you can do that with my readings. They're on my channel. They're in a playlist as well titled Other Tarot Readings. So the way that I do these readings is by your element. So for Earth, that is going to be Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgos. And I'm doing 4 categories, 8 cards. 4 categories are Earth, Air, Fire, and Water, and I'll explain what each category holds within it in a moment. I'm using 2 decks, Navigator's Tarot of the Mystic Sea and the Ocean Zen Tarot. Okay, so the Earth sector is going to be discussing your physical health, your financial health, and finances, and material possessions such as house, car, and all your little possessions as well. The air sector is your mental health, your communications, verbal, written, and otherwise. Yes, and the fire sector is the actions that you take, your behavioral patterns, and I also think of the fire as energy, as your passion and your drive. Water has to do with your emotional health and well-being, your emotional relationship with others, and your dreams, your psychic abilities as well. So, let's get started. For Earth, this is so funny. This is the 3rd one I've done, and this card has popped up somewhere in each reading. Well, I've been shuffling really well. For Earth, you have politics, the 7 of clouds or swords, and you have the major arcana card Death or transformation, and you have the air sector, the major arcana cards, the Thunderbolt card, and the Sun card, which has the word organization attached to it. For fire, you have compromise, which is 6 of rainbows, which is pentacles in other decks. And you have 6 of wands, triumph. I'm going to have to look into the meaning of 6 a little bit here, with you having 2 6s in the same sector. I think that's significant. Water. Okay. You have major arcana card Silence, and you have 9 of Pentacles, Acquisition. I'm still a little less familiar with Navigator's Tarot of the Mystic Sea than I am the Ocean deck. So in order to give you the fullest, best message that I can, I will be looking into this little booklet from time to time. If you think it would be better that I did these readings by shuffling and drawing cards, laying them out, and reading ahead of time, just making notes, and then just going ahead and sharing the reading, please let me know in the comments below, because I want to do this in a way that is best for you, the viewers. and I'm just not sure what the preference is for people. Okay, so I can do this one without looking in the book. Politics and debt. This is apt to be, for some of you, an opportunity to change the way that you are your financial world or your physical health, and the way that you are going about maintaining them or trying to achieve health in these areas. The politics card is about kind of being two-faced. It's about having fear and feeling like you either need to or it's in your best interest to put on a facade, to kind of be an actor or an actress, and to portray yourself in a way that is not authentic, that is not who you really are, in order to succeed, in order to protect yourself. Okay, so this can also be about other people. It can be other people that you're attracting into your world doing this, rather than you doing that. Sometimes we don't even realize we're doing that because it's become such a habit. But it looks like, you've got the death and the transformation card here. So I would say that what's going on over the winter is you are being given opportunities to, being asked to change that, to either stop surrounding yourself, stop interacting with people who are doing this, say one thing, do another, talk sweetly to your face, and then say horrible things behind your back, act mean and nasty when really they're very nice people, but they feel like they need to protect themselves. Or vice versa, act really sweet and innocent when they're stealing from you, type of thing. And to shift this, if this is you, to become aware of it and to shift that within yourself. Because this card is very, it's a major arcana card. It tends to be about shifting patterns, things that we have been doing for a while, and it is a death of something in order to have a rebirth of something else. So for some of you, you may come up with problems may arise as the beginning of this, and I don't think it's going to be that way for everyone, but for some of you, problems may arise first. It might be like you have to go to the hospital for a while, come down with an illness because you haven't been able to be in touch with your physical body and what it really needs. You've been kind of living in denial about that. Your body tells you to exercise, your body tells you to eat healthy, your body tells you to pace yourself, tells you to relax, tells you to sleep more, and you ignore it and go into denial and say you're okay when you're not, tell yourself or others, I don't really need any sleep, it's okay, I can push on, it's not a big deal, I'll work that extra shift, things of that nature, where you're being dishonest with yourself and others. So that type of thing might occur, like having to go to the hospital, getting ill, etc., so that you have to create that shift, to initiate the shift of, whoa, I need to look at myself, something needs to change here, something's out of alignment. So it would be like that would be like a death to your ability to keep going at that speed in denial and lying to yourself. in order to open up the opportunity to start over, to develop new patterns, to try again, the death card is not like death, final, something is all over, and it's a cycle, it's a death and rebirth at the same time. So whatever is dying, ending, etc., it's occurring at the same time as something else is being reborn, something is being birthed. Okay, so and transformed, things are being transformed and changed. This may, for some of you, be about getting people like this out of your life, especially people having to do with your money. This can be jobs, this can be all kinds of things having to do with your money, or having to do with where you buy things from, or your health. So it can be if you're working with somebody in a healthcare type profession, doctor, fitness trainer, nutritionist, counselor, psychologist, etc. It may be that they're not giving you the best advice. It might be that they're kind of scam artists, whether it's intentional or not. It might be that you are finding out that it's not a good, authentic relationship. It's not it's not what's best for you. It's not what's most in alignment. It's not what your intuition is asking for. And so you may have to find a new doctor, fitness trainer, psychologist, etc. that is more authentic, or that is providing you with more truth. It may not even be, that they're two-faced exactly. It might be that they're ignorant, that they don't have the right answers, but they're saying that they do, that kind of thing. And so it's about getting rid of things in your life, allowing things to die off that are not genuine, that are two-faced, or that are kind of shadowed or hidden behind a mask, that may have appeared to be one thing and you're realizing that they're actually something completely different, and letting it go because it's not helping you, and making room for new stuff that can be more beneficial to you, or transforming relationships as well. It may be the way you are interacting with people, or interacting with yourself in these areas of physical health, financial well-being, and your possessions. Transforming the way you interact to help make these areas more healthy or helpful. So for example, that could be that you have been lying, putting on, being kind of an actor or an actress with whomever your doctor or your boss, your employer, things like that. And now instead of quitting that job, you're just going to change the way that you're interacting with the person, and that's going to change your situation, the way you're relating to money or your job, and your time spent at your job. So this is actually a very good thing. It may or may not feel very good, but it is a good thing, I think. Okay. So if you're an air, we have the Thunderbolt card, and I've had this in all 3 readings so far as well. And we have the Organization card, the Sun card. So I'm going to read about the Sun before I try to give you a message. I know that this card has a lot of information within it. It's a powerful card, it's a major arcana card, so it has to do with bigger picture things. I think I'll read it right to you. It says, "This is the time for intellectual activity and thorough reorganization of goals. Do away with negative thoughts and discipline yourself toward a definite aim, for time is slipping by. You may not have been able to focus on a particular object until now. You need to examine your areas of greatest proficiency and realize that you have untapped talents. Resolve now to go ahead with a creative activity that appeals to you. Your dreams will guide you if you have difficulty interpreting your deepest wishes. However, you must have patience, for in this world events do not always move as swiftly as we would like." So, wow, a lot of information there. Alright, I'm going to start by discussing the Thunderbolt cards. So, these are both Major Arcana cards. And the Thunderbolt card, thunder can be frightening, right? Even if we're not afraid of thunderstorm, it can kind of spook us. We might be not really afraid of it, but we're not expecting a boom, and then we hear a boom and it kind of spooks us and we jump. Or we're outside and there's lightning that seems really close to us and it startles us. Okay. But the beautiful thing about thunderstorms, one of the beautiful things about thunderstorms, and I love them, is that when it's over, what we're left with is a very fresh energy, a very cleansed, fresh, new beginning, a very peaceful energy. And thunder is a release of tension. Thunderstorms, that's what they are. Thunderstorm, if I was going to compare it to a lunar cycle, it would be the full moon and when it first starts waning. So the reason we have thunderstorms is because there are two opposite energies that build. They build and they build and they build, and more pressure is accumulating as they build, right? And then they're here, they're pressing against each other, and it's creating more and more pressure until the thunderstorm occurs, and that's the release of it, right? And it frees up that pressure. The pressure dissipates. So this can feel turbulent, it can feel spooky, like I said, or scary. You feel like you're losing your grasp or your sense of control on things, but it is a blessing because it is releasing all of that pressure, and it is giving us a fresh, new start, a very cleansing the air, and this is in the air sector, having to do with your mental health, again, your writing, your communication with yourself and others. So it looks like over the winter you're being asked to not cling to old ways of doing things, to allow this to occur, and to take the time and effort to reorganize things in a way that you want them, but in a way that is in most alignment way with your heart, with yourself, and what's most important to you. To reorganize your goals, also to really commit yourself to what's most important to you, and to give yourself credit, to evaluate where you have talents, what it is you want to do, and to rewire your brain for success. With that, I would start with my self-dialogue, the thoughts that I'm having. There are different practices and exercises that you can do to help you with that. Positive affirmations is one. You can do some shadow work if you feel called to look at where you have negative thought patterns that are holding you back, and how you can fix that. Negative belief systems, how you can help and allow them to fall away, right? And to reprogram yourself for success. This is also going to be an opportunity for you once this is done, once that fresh new energy is there, especially to go ahead and start allowing yourself to have a creative expression that is authentic from your heart, what you really want to do. There's a message in here, like I read to you, about having patience. So you may feel kind of a tension or a discomfort about the time, about things not happening as quickly as you would like them to. It doesn't mean that you are failing. It's just a message to practice patience and to stay on track, to develop faith and belief in yourself and the practices that you're now incorporating and developing, such as positive affirmations, and such as different ways of relating to people. This can be, like I said, I would start with myself, but that's ideally going to overflow into the way you're communicating with others. There's probably, for a lot of you, a need to shift that as well in the way you're communicating with others. Yes. There was something else I was going to say and I'm forgetting. This may be a call for you to work with someone, like a life coach, to help you do these processes. It doesn't mean that you have to. Some people will be perfectly able and prefer to do this on their own or with friends, things with other people. But it may be a life coach that could help you with this a lot. If you are a writer or you like to write, again, this stuff should help you with your practice of writing and your work in writing. Okay, move on. So next we have fire, and you have the sixes. You have compromise, and you have Six of Wands, triumph. I'm going to take a peek at triumph, although I'm already getting something in my head to say. Okay, and I'm going to read it right to you. Six of Wands. In order to achieve happiness by victory over inner conflicts, you need to become open to all experiences, using them in a positive way to strengthen your ultimate goals. Be clear and truthful about your motives and aims. Okay. So this card is about the two types of compromise and choosing the one that is most beneficial. So there's compromise where you compromise of yourself, where you are being self-sacrificial and you're in a victim-martyr relationship, where you feel abused and taken advantage of by others, where you feel like you have to compromise something, whether that be your ethics, whether that be your desires, your heart desires, and so forth, in order to survive, or in order to be safe, or for whatever reason you feel like you need to do that. So in a way, it's allowing others to walk over you and for you to be taken advantage of. And the other compromise, which is less detrimental, which is beneficial, is meeting people halfway sometimes. Sometimes it's necessary. Sometimes we don't need to compromise at all. Sometimes, we need to just keep going until we get exactly what we want. But sometimes there's a need to have healthy compromise with others, where you're meeting somebody halfway, but you feel okay about it. You don't feel like a victim. You don't feel like you're being taken advantage of. So maybe, as an example, it might be that you want to raise and you want to make $5 more an hour, right? And you go to your employer with this. Your employer says, I can't do that, but you're able to work something out, so you're making like $3 more an hour. It's about being able to say, okay, that's all right with me, because I kind of have this obsession. I kind of shop too much anyway and buy too many knickknacks, and I kind of have too much in the house, so I'm just going to pull back on that. And so you're compromised in a way that feels fine, feels in alignment. Or in this example, it might be you take that $3 and you're okay with that because you found this part-time job that really speaks to your heart, and you're going to make some extra money doing that instead. So fine with that. It's about finding ways to compromise where you feel okay. And just being in the action, being in the fire zone here with the action, behavioral patterns, and your passion and desires. I'm just going to take another look at 6 of Wands here, but I think we need to have truth about how you feel. That's the message here. If you are uncomfortable with a compromise, you feel compromised, rather than like you're making a compromise and meeting somebody halfway where you feel okay. You feel compromised. It's about saying your truth. Are you okay with this? No. If you're not okay with it, no, that's not okay. Being truthful and expressing your truth about that. And also, I think there's an element here having to do with your mindset, okay, and being open to experiences, and just trying to stay in your truth and express your truth, be authentic, rather than back away and allow others to walk over you and take advantage of you. So this can especially happen with feeling obligated to do things. You may feel obligated to help a bunch of people out. You might feel obligated to give a bunch of people rides, and you're really feeling taken advantage of, and putting on a facade and saying, "Oh, it's okay, no problem." But in your mind, you're saying something different. You're like, "Oh, why are they always taking advantage of me? Why don't they offer gas money or more gas money?" And so forth. So it's about being open to experiences. When you find situations you feel like you really need to do things, being open, trying them out, but also keeping a level of integrity and honesty with yourself and with others, and learning how to develop the ability to get your needs met and have healthy compromises with others, meeting people halfway, and walk away from situations where you are feeling compromised and feeling a victim. In doing so, you'll be setting into place a pattern to align yourself with those who are a better match to you. So, yes. Stay tuned at the end because I'm going to talk a little bit more about the sixes and remind you what category this is in. Okay, because I'm going to have to look it up and come back. So in emotions, we have, in the water sector, rather, we have acquisition, 9 of Pentacles, and the Silence card, which is a major arcana card. So we're looking at bigger picture stuff or long-awaited shifts in the outer world sometimes as well. So I'm going to take a look in here as to what 9 of Pentacles is. Oh, before I go any further, doing some things to boost your self-confidence might help with this. In this area of your life, your passions and how easily you're able to express them, your drive and how easily you are able to direct it yourself rather than have it be directed by others, okay? And shifting behavioral patterns and having control over the activities in your life and having them be in alignment with your heart's desire. Doing work to improve your self-esteem and your self-confidence may be of help and assistance. And there's lots of stuff out there to help with that. What's coming to my mind, and so I'll put out there, is the third chakra, which is the Manipura chakra, also your solar plexus, which I see as two separate things. Some people see them as one thing, but doing work with that area, it may be helpful. So you can look into that if you choose to. Alright, back to the future. Water, 9 of Pentacles. Can you read it? Again. A rising force with power to achieve upward moving possibilities, aims, comfortable legacy, or divorce settlement. Travel, commerce, adventure. Beware of becoming too lazy. Keep moving. Okay. That may sound kind of contradictory to this card, because this card is very much about finding stillness and stillness with your thoughts, especially, but finding stillness and inner peace and taking moments of silence to just be. But I think that this is to an extent about not getting lazy with your growth emotionally, your emotional health development, and the things that are asking to be changed and shift for you to be more emotionally healthy, and for you to have more emotionally healthy relationships, to have better, healthier interactions with others, and particularly that involve emotion. Okay, let's just read this one more time. I apologize. Good thing it's not too far away. Great. I think that a lot of possibilities for some of you may be arising over the winter. Possibilities may include getting out of relationships that are no longer serving you, that are outdated, that are no longer healthy, that are no longer in alignment with where you're trying to go in life or where your heart is, and at becoming more comfortable, maybe traveling to a place where you feel more at home, or where you have more opportunities to have greater emotional health, to have greater emotional connections with others, greater emotional healing, and feel better, to take better care of yourself. For some of you, it's going to be about, adventures. That's something specifically that your soul or your heart is going to be, or has been, asking for, and you're going to have opportunities to have those adventures, to have those experiences, to have emotional relationships, whether in connections or like that, whether it is with other people, okay, so new relationships, romantic or otherwise. I feel like an adventure that enliven you, that make you feel good, that are good for your emotional health, or whether that is relationship to things, new employment that is really soul fulfilling, soul food, emotionally healthy for you, makes you feel good inside, makes you feel growth emotionally, rather than the way a lot of people's jobs make them feel, which is horrible. Whether this is, it can be all different kinds of things, relationships. So it doesn't have to just be romantic relationships. But for some of you, this is really about, I think, about getting these adventures that you have been either emotionally craving or wanting, and realizing that, or that have been subconsciously lined up for you. It's a very beneficial thing. Like I said, whether that's job employment, romantic relationships, friendships, different groups of people, lifestyle changes, location changes, exploring new places, anything that's going to make you, it's good. It's emotional healing, and improving your health emotionally. So the avoid being too lazy and keep moving thing, I think this is more about not backing away, not getting emotionally lazy, but welcoming in this newness and developing your strength and integrity emotionally, your authenticity, because we have these other cards on the table, your authenticity and your to keep working through these issues and avoid falling into old patterns. I think that's where the laziness is you may be tempted to fall back into your old ways of being, to quit changing, to quit exploring a new way of being. So sometimes not being lazy is actually going to mean continuing to take time to relax on a regular basis. Find things that give you peace and allow you to have silence within your body, mind, spirit, within your mind, your brain, all those thoughts and things. Find things that allow them to to go away for a while, whether that's meditation or exercise or a hobby that you get really into that feels good. And your emotions, allowing, if you have turbulence, mixed emotions, etc., allowing them to find things that allow you to feel peace and to not feel so much emotion, whether it's good emotion and you're overwhelmed, or whether it's negativity or combinations of that and it's getting all up. Just allowing yourself to feel peaceful sometimes, whatever makes you feel peaceful and just connected to the universe, just in a state of being, whether that be dancing or whether that be meditation or swimming, taking a bubble bath, etc. These are healthy practices, exercise. And your body as well. It's all connected. So taking care of your body. When our bodies aren't healthy, we tend to get signals in other places, more mental disturbance, more emotional upset, anger, and so forth. So if you're eating really unhealthy diets, that's going to add emotional and mental turbulence, and as well as physical discomfort sometimes. If you are not getting enough exercise, that kind of thing, if stress is building up in your body and you're feeling tensions, doing things to relieve the stress so that you can feel peaceful within your physical body as well, and kind of silence those nagging things, the nagging tension of physical pain, the nagging tension of confusion, that nagging tension of emotional disturbance and confusion, and so forth. And stick to that. Even if things, start to come back and you start feeling like this isn't working, I'm not getting anywhere, just bringing yourself back to embrace that and give yourself time to feel peaceful and silent and relax essentially. That is what I have for that. Okay, so I'm just going to take a quick look here, and it's so funny, my third and fourth ones always wind up being longer than the first two readings I do when I do these. I'm going to take a quick overall look, and we can pull an extra card. This is going to be an overall theme card to just kind of help me with this, to see if there are any more messages. Okay, you got the Morality card, which is the Queen of Clouds, of Swords, the clouds in this deck. So, I'm hearing is to also give yourself a break. Give yourself a break and allow yourself to realize that you're fine the way you are. You're okay the way you are. That doesn't mean that you're not welcome to change. That doesn't mean that you can't grow and develop and become more of who you are truly. But getting stuck in thoughts of, I did this was wrong, this was not good, this is right, this is wrong, also externally, what they're doing is wrong, what they're doing is right, judgmentalness, isn't really going to be very helpful and useful over the winter with these processes. It's more about releasing the tension. This brings in tension, and it's more about releasing the tension, allowing things zen, came in my head, be more zen, allowing things to allow yourself to be okay with things the way they are now, for now, because you can't do anything about it anyway. And following your heart, I guess, following your feelings, your emotional guidance system, and trying to be positive and optimistic. Just avoid excessive judgment of yourself and others, I guess. If you're going through all of these processes, you may be feeling like a lot of different things: guilt, anger, shame, resentment, etc. And it's okay to feel them. I think the message is just to embrace what feels good. Just ask yourself in the moment, like, what would feel better? Teal Swan says something like, ask yourself, what would somebody who loves themselves do? So I think that can be really helpful. And try not to let others inflict this upon you too much, and control you that way, because it's not worth it. You're shedding off some baggage over the winter, hopefully, and you're becoming more light, more self, and more free, hopefully more happy, more alignment with yourself. And I think to an extent that's going to involve, for some of you, that's going to involve forgiveness. So try not to get too bogged down with polarities of right, wrong, and good, bad, should've, shouldn't have, etc. The mental stuff that can make you bad. Alright, thanks for watching the reading. I hope it was helpful for you. Please feel free to leave any comments or questions you have down below in the description. I'm now on Patreon, so if you want to support me there, the link for that is below in the description as well. Make sure you check out the description for any video links, and I hope you have a wonderful winter. Merry part and Merry Weekend.